The last 24 hours have been wild for the crypto market, and even though we haven't seen a lot of price volatility for Bitcoin and Ethereum, some of our top altcoins that we've been talking about in every single video recently are up between 30% to even 100%. We talked about Cookie 3 recently. They had their IDO. We invested in the IDO, and I talked about this project just 2 days ago, and it was at 8 cents per token. Now it's at 14 cents per token. They announced major partnerships with Polygon Matic and other major developments. We've also spoken about Core DAO. I told you guys the other day that I was extremely bullish on them, how they have over 3,000 Bitcoin staked on their platform, and now they're up quite significantly. They're at $1.20 where we bought them around. We're up around $30,000 on our trade. Now they're around $1.40. They announced a major partnership as well with Coinbase. Coinbase is officially listing Core DAO on its platform, which is a massive development for Core and any of its holders. This brings a lot more liquidity over to Core's token. Now, if we're looking at what's going on in the overall market, well, we haven't seen much price movement. It's still on the edge of seeing a massive breakout. We talked about this in other videos, but Bitcoin right now is on the edge of seeing a massive move. Whether that's to the upside or the downside, we don't know just yet. But me personally, I'm particularly bullish on it. But if we're looking at Bitcoin right now, we can see that Bitcoin is still just holding above this key range, this key support of 64,700. As long as we stay above it on the weekly time frame, I'm expecting a nice bounce and start to retrace and rally back to around $70,000 per coin and even to those new record highs. But if we break below it on the weekly time frame, we see it close below it, then it's very likely that we could see a retest of around 60,000, that $58,000 to $60,000 per coin range. Now let's switch gears a bit and talk about an altcoin that I recently invested in over on MEXC. It's called Ocratect, and the cool thing about Ocratect, symbol ORT, is that its ecosystem has products with a real life value, which is different from the meme coin frenzy that we've been seeing in the market. They have a freelancing DAO platform, 150 plus Web 2 and 3 tools, an app store for dApps, and I'm sure they have a lot more in the works. ORT is already listed on top tier exchanges. If you go ahead and look at it on CoinGecko, it's right now with a market cap of less than $10 million. So I think you can easily 100x from where we're currently at, and it's already listed on exchanges like MEXC, Bybit, also available on PancakeSwap, and it's already had this proof from major centralized exchanges that they've looked into the project and they like it. Now on top of this, it's even been nominated for the KuCoin Gem Vote listing, which you can go ahead, register for, and vote on as well to help increase the chances of actually getting it listed there as well. On top of all this, the ORT token is used in all products of their ecosystem, and they've already have a huge user base. So with such a big variety of use cases, a reward system, a staking program with over 10 million tokens being distributed, I think this motivates holders and users to just hold on to this token long term. So this makes me even more bullish on it. So this is why I invest in the token. I think it has a lot of exciting plans coming up. They have a lot of utility, and I think with the overall state of the market, when we're seeing what's going on, we're going to see a transition from the meme coin frenzy we've been seeing into projects with real utility but high potential because they're still lower market cap, like Ocratect and symbol ORT. If we're looking at other things going on with altcoins, I want to talk about some major developments there. We can see with altcoins, for example, Ethermail. Ethermail is an altcoin that we recently invested in, and this was a project that had its IDO recently. It's still up substantially from its IDO price, but has had a bit of a retracement since then. And I think now is one of the best times to get involved of this project, because if you're looking at Ethermail, it had, within its launch, about a week ago, it had more than 200,000 people sign up during its launch time. They had over $20 million in trading volume around its launch time as well. And now that they're being listed on Gate.io, MEXC, BitGet, they also have plans of being listed on other top tier exchanges very soon. This is something that I'm very excited about, because with Ethermail, it's a project that has a lot of utility as well. They already have over 1 million verified Ethermail accounts, 100 plus Web3 communities using Ethermail as a primary communication channel. And if you're looking at Google Play Store, there are 100,000 downloads there with a very, very high rating. So if you're looking at Ethermail, you're looking at an altcoin that has real utility, has a ton of users, and has just recently launched. Well, this is a project that I'm just continuing to hold. So much like what I've seen with Cookie 3 and much like what I've seen with Core, I'm expecting very positive price movements for Ethermail as well. In addition to this, we could see other developments coming out in terms of institutions and institutional investors. We can see that Michael Saylor recently announced that MicroStrategy bought an additional 11,931 Bitcoin for around $786 million. This is a massive development for the crypto space because now MicroStrategy owns 226,331 Bitcoin, and they just are continuing to add more and more to their position. So whenever you see Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy buy more Bitcoin, that's usually a good sign for the overall market because they're just continuing to double down, continuing to add more to their portfolio, and despite their massive holding already, still not enough for them. So you like to see institutions and MicroStrategy just continuing to add more to their positions. Last thing I do want to go over is going to be with Bernstein. Analysts at Bernstein recently came out and upped their price target. So previously, they had predicted that Bitcoin would reach $150,000 per coin by the end of next year. But now they've upped this prediction to $200,000 per coin by the end of next year and $1 million by 2033. The reason why they're saying that they are this bullish on Bitcoin and why they are expecting this to happen is because if they're looking at what's going on with spot Bitcoin ETFs, they say, look, around $15 billion of net flows have been brought into the crypto market and, into Bitcoin by ETFs combined. And they expect Bitcoin ETFs to be equivalent to around 7% of Bitcoin in circulation by 2025 and around 15% of Bitcoin supply by 2033. They expect Bitcoin ETFs to touch $190 billion AUM by 2025 and market peak and $3 trillion by 2033. So this is something that is very, very exciting for the crypto market because we've seen this massive inflow of institutional money coming into spot Bitcoin ETFs. And not only this, but now we're expecting an Ethereum ETF to be approved very soon. So if we're looking at everything going on in the marketplace and looking at what's going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's very likely that we could see a lot of these altcoins that we're talking about, like Cookie, like Core, like Ethermail, like what we've also talked about with Okratech. There's just a lot of exciting things going on with these altcoins that make me extremely bullish on where we're in the market right now and make me want to double down on my positions like I recently did with CoreDAO, where I bought, an additional 200,000 shares. It's a leverage position, obviously, but it's around $300,000 there. We also own 50,000 Cookie tokens here. I own another $400,000 in a MetaMask wallet. So these are altcoins that you should be looking at. These are high quality projects with strong teams. Some of them are, higher market caps. Some of them are a bit lower, but they're really all across the board projects that I am very, very bullish on.